Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories here, and it has been so long since there has been any sort of Riverdale talk or Riverdale Season 5 talk. It's just been forever, but finally we have some new information that's recently came out, and that's exactly what we are going to be talking about today in this video. Now, as you all know, because of the situation the world is in right now, unfortunately, the end of Season 4 for Riverdale had to be cut short. And we've been waiting for ages to finally get some answers about what will happen to the rest of those episodes that were cut short and what will happen to the upcoming Season 5 of Riverdale. And finally, the cast have begun filming, so now we've got a few clues about what on earth is happening. So today in this video, it's basically just going to be me discussing everything we know so far about Riverdale Season 5, and to see whether we can get any hints about what we think is going to happen, any sort of theories about different plot lines, and at the end of the video, I will discuss something huge that might be happening in this season, so make sure that you stick around for exactly that. But, like I said, we're just going to get started, and we're basically just going to run through everything that we know so far about Riverdale Season 5. But before we go any further, just make sure that you've clicked that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on so that you get notified whenever we make a brand new Riverdale video. Now, the plan currently for the CW and Riverdale is to release Season 5 in January 2021. But this was when the show was renewed for a new batch of episodes at the start of 2020. However, this could all end up being delayed, unfortunately, due to what's happening right now in the world. Now, filming did begin this September, so only a couple of days ago, and posts of the cast reading through the script while Zoom calling have been posted on Instagram, so it is definitely going ahead. But whether it will definitely be released in January is another matter, but right now it's looking hopeful. Now, there isn't a teaser trailer yet or any promotion photos, but the showrunner did offer fans some kind of teaser by posting a picture showing a glimpse of the upcoming prom episode, which will be the official first episode of Season 5. And as you can see, this prom photo involves the characters of Cheryl and Tony, who of course we all love. Now, the plot is of course being kept well secret, and it's unclear whether the threads from the end of Season 4 will play a part throughout the whole season or not. Series 4 unfortunately ended, as you all know, with only 19 episodes instead of the intended 22. This means it was left on a strange, unfinished ending. Now, we all remember that ending. It ended with killing Mr. Honey, and ended with that weird videotape showing a bunch of people in the masks of the characters trying to kill a person who's pretending to be Mr. Honey. It was just very, very strange. So, the plan has always been that the first 3 episodes of Season 5 will finish the end of Series 4, which includes hopefully finally working out what those creepy tapes were all about, and how this all relates to Mr. Honey. If you want to find out any more about what might happen at the end of Season 4, so basically the beginning of this new season, and any predictions we have, you can go and check out our cliffhanger theory video down below in the description, or there will be a link to the card appearing on the top right of your screen right now. Highly recommend you go and check it out. But these first 3 episodes have been confirmed by the showrunner, saying there's a lot of stuff with the characters that we're still playing out. So it felt like maybe what we'll do is start with the last 3 episodes. After being with the kids at the high school for 4 years, you kind of don't want to take graduation away from them. So what we're doing is picking up right from where we left off for the first 3 episodes. However, he did warn that the prom and graduation episodes are the 2 big emotional ones, so be prepared, as these were originally intended for the cliffhanger of Season 4. And you know what Riverdale can do with your emotions, so just be prepared for the beginning of Season 5. But after the first 3 episodes and the end of Series 4 is over, it's officially being confirmed a major time jump is going to be happening. You heard it right, they are going to be stepping well on into the future. Considering the entire of Season 4 was the last year at Riverdale High, it was definitely needed. In an episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Lily Reinhart, who plays Betty Cooper, of course, confirmed there is going to be a massive 7-year time jump. You heard that right, 7 years into the future. Now that's just mad. She explained, quote, "We're actually doing a 7-year time jump into the future, so we're not going to be teenagers anymore. I'm really psyched about it. I think it will be really nice to play an adult, but I also really appreciate that Roberto, our showrunner, said let's revamp it, so we're not just stuck in high school for 7 seasons. And let's just say the cast seem pretty happy simply because they are just getting older now, and so is the audience who began watching the show originally, and playing the same teenager life might become too repetitive. For example, Lily Reinhart said in another interview, quote, "I think I might be done playing teenagers. I don't know how much longer in my life I'll be playing teenagers, but I'm grateful to have been able to play them because I like to bring that element of being emotional and vulnerable." So it looks like Lily is loving how Riverdale has taken this 7-year gap, as well as the rest of the cast. Now, speaking of the cast of the show is a completely different question about who is going to return and who isn't. We're definitely going to be getting our 4 main ones: KJ Apa for Archie, Lily Reinhart for Betty, Camila Mendez for Veronica, and of course Cole Sprouse as Jughead. And from the prom photo I showed before, we can expect Madeleine Petsch and Vanessa Morgan to return as Cheryl and Tony. But as for the main adult cast, who really knows? Considering Series 5 will be taking a time jump after it's completed the remaining episodes of Season 4, which will begin, like I said at the beginning, it may mean there's not really much need for the parents to be there anymore, as the kids aren't in high school anymore. Of course, that's really upsetting, but there's already 2 confirmed parents leaving who I'll get onto in later, and of course, unfortunately, they don't have Luke Perry anymore. It just now means there's very little parents actually left that haven't really had their moment to shine, so whether we'll get them back for the full season is another question. We'll definitely get them back for the first 3 episodes, which is actually meant to be ending Season 4, but whether they'll stay for the time jump is another matter. Speaking of the characters who are unfortunately leaving, Skeet Ultridge, who plays FP, is one of the actors who is leaving. In a live Q&A back in May, he said he explained why he was leaving the show, since he'd placed a statement before saying it was about other creative opportunities. He said in the live stream, "I'm leaving Riverdale because I got bored creatively." How's that? That's the most honest answer. So, unfortunately, it looks like Jughead will be returning alone this year. As well as that, Marisol Nichols, who plays Hermione Lodge, has also unfortunately left the show. A statement by Riverdale producers earlier this year said, "Part of life in Riverdale and part of growing up is saying goodbye to people. I'm grateful to Skeet and Marisol for their incredible work on the show these last 4 years, and we all wish them well in their future endeavours. FP and Hermione will never be far from our hearts, and for future, they're always welcome back in Riverdale." So, if they ever want to return, they're definitely coming back. Now, those are all the main points really about Season 5 and everything that we know about them. However, the showrunner has posted something very suspicious on Twitter recently. He posted a picture of the names of some of the first scripts being used. Each of these came with a corresponding Archie Comics picture. The first one being used was called Chapter 79, Graduation, which is very self-explanatory. It's gonna be the episode where they graduate, and it showed a picture of the characters from the Archie Comics all graduating. However, the next episode they show is called Chapter 80, Purgatory. You heard that right. And it shows a picture of Betty, Jughead and Veronica by a graveyard, and Archie in a military costume in a blood-red sky. Now, this has got fans going crazy over Twitter. So, firstly, what episode is this? The final episode of Series 4 was Chapter 76, Killing Mr. Honey. Adding the 3 episodes on means that Graduation would have been the last episode of Series 4 if the pandemic hadn't happened, which means Chapter 80, Purgatory, is technically the first episode of Season 5, which also means it is the first episode after the giant 7-year time jump. Now, of course, there was talks of Archie joining the Navy, and it fits his character very well, so I reckon that might have been what's happening here. So, firstly, let's get the big question out of the way. Do I think Archie is dead? No, definitely not. I'm sorry, he's not dead. And it's not like Riverdale hasn't tried this before. Does anyone remember Jughead in Season 4? But it would be a reason to bring back the characters back together after the time jump if it was reported that Archie has supposedly died while working with the Navy. And from the caption, it does show a boat as an emoji, suggesting the Navy is definitely going to be playing a big role in Archie's character during this new season. So, my initial thoughts and ideas are just that Archie is reported missing or dead because something has clearly happened while he's out in the Navy or something else, but Archie is secretly calling his three friends, Veronica, Betty, and Jughead, back together, but having to do it secretly, similar in a way how purgatory works, where ghosts from people who are dead, or in this case supposed to be dead, come and tell their closest ones about the thing they need to work on now to stop any bad guys and villains. Now the best example of this would of course be Hamlet, where Hamlet looks up at his father, and his father basically tells him who poisoned him. And he is in purgatory right now. And of course, I'm sure we all know the story. So that's my initial thoughts on this whole idea. So I don't think Archie is dead, but I do think he's going to have to pretend he's dead and let his friends know that he's actually alive, so they can work out the mystery of why on earth someone A wants to kill him, or B everyone thinks he's dead. Why has that happened? So that's what I think about that episode. But anyway guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now I've just thrown loads of information right at you, so make sure that you let me know in the comments down below whether you are excited for season 5, because I literally cannot wait. I really hope that it is in January, and let's hope so too. But make sure you leave in the comments all your thoughts about this upcoming season, what you think about the characters, what you think about the giant time jump, what you think about some of the cast leaving unfortunately, any theories and ideas you have for series 5, and of course what you think about maybe Archie dying and being part of the Navy. Let us know down below all your thoughts, and as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.